Good day, viewers. Yesterday, there were some sponsored, APC sponsored, let me put it precisely. There were some APC sponsored protesters who stormed the office of the European Union saying that they don't like the report they gave, that they are unequivocally saying that European Union doesn't love Nigeria. After listening to this video, I shed tears. You know why I shed tears? Forget that these people were paid. There are just few people who stormed the European Union office saying that the 2023 election was free, that they shouldn't present those reports, that it is not free. Before I talk further, let me leave you to watch the brief while I come back to deliberate the reason why such a thing will be happening in our society today. Stay with me.
Singing songs of solidarity, members of a civil society coalition marched through the streets of Abuja to register their displeasure with the report of the European Union criticizing the 2023 general elections. The peaceful march terminates at the headquarters of the European Union, where leaders of the group addressed officials of the Union.
We have come to register unequivocally that we are not satisfied with the report of the European Union. As a matter of fact, we are of the opinion that the report is not just ridiculous, but a deliberate act to slight the Nigerian entity, and of course, by implication, our leaders and the government of Nigeria.
Particularly now that we are grappling with fundamental issues of insecurity. There is no way European Union will beat her chest and say she's in love with Nigeria and she's in love in seeing the progress of this country, and also at the same time come to add salt to injury. It shouldn't be.
With a promise from the political advisor at the union to relay the message of the protesters, the group take their leave. At a separate event, the Inter-Party Advisory Council aligns with the protesters as they believe INEC deserves commendation for conducting credible elections.
IPAC is of the opinion that the 2023 general election was one of the most meticulously prepared for in recent times. Also, the unprecedented enthusiasm demonstrated by the Nigerian youth who trooped out in their numbers despite structural and procedural challenges were largely responsible for some of the positive developments. INEC should be praised for the technological innovations introduced, especially in the accreditation of voters using the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, which has generally been scored very high by voters.
The European Union Election Observation Mission to Nigeria had in its final report faulted the 2023 general election, stating violence, killing, and vote buying as some of the factors for its criticism.
This is absolutely laughable. Very, very, very laughable. See, let me tell you, if Bola Ahmed Tinubu won this election, he will not be protesting. Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not gather people who will protest for him if he won the election. If APC are confident that they won the election, if INEC knew that what they did was free and fair, they will not be gathering protesters to come and protest. What are you protesting for? You say you won an election because an observer came and said, look at what I observed during the presidential election, that it was rigged, full of violence, voter suppression, voters intimidation, and you sparked fire and you started protesting. You started sponsoring people to go to the office to protest. See, Europeans, I know they have their own weakness, but the way they think, they don't think like Africans. These people will be the last people to bring out false reports. To favor who are they going to favor? If they even want to do a report to favor somebody, they will do it to favor the ruling party so that maybe they can benefit from Nigerian gas and oil and all those things. But these people presented the report that everybody have in their heart. You watching me, you have this report in your heart. You knew what happened during the presidential election. Everybody that is a Nigerian, either you are at home, you are not at home during the election, you must have received a wound in your heart about the voter suppression, the voters intimidation, the rigging, how the INEC of the server not to transmit the presidential election, which is the most important election in our country. So this is laughable, but somehow it is pitiable. Why is it pitiable? It is pitiable because when you look at people who are protesting, it's not people who are, sometimes people who feed well don't protest for government like this. People who have their own money, who have their own job, who are doing well, they don't protest for government like this because all these things are kangaroo protesters. It doesn't have any stance that you are protesting, shouting the European Union, they're supposed not to say election is not free and fair. In your mind, you know that this election is not free and fair, and you are protesting because of either 5,000, 10,000, or 20,000 they will give you as a protester. This is the problem we have in Nigeria. People are being troubled and not by poverty. There are some persons, see, it's not every Nigerian. There are some persons that even have integrity, even though they don't have money. You cannot come out to tell them to come and protest for Tinubu because of the report the European Union observers gave that the election is not free and fair. You cannot come out to say that. You cannot come out to tell some people who have integrity like that. Talk less of people who are okay with themselves. Let me tell you, one of the reasons why most political elites find it difficult to rig 2023 election is because so many youths have made up their mind. They have integrity. So many of them are doing well. They don't need your money. They don't need you to bribe them. So all these things shows the level of bribery and corruption in APC and at the federal level of our government. You gather people to come and protest that the election is free and fair. That why should European Union come and give their report? Did you do the report with them? How? Anyway, see, most people we are fighting for. Most people we are fighting that Nigeria should become better. Most of them that will become the beneficiary of good Nigerians are even the one fighting back because of poverty, because of a bag of rice, because of the money they want to eat. Do not be part of them. Do not be part of them. You see, there is a way nature uses to pay back anything you are doing that is evil. So many of them that went to inauguration day, they couldn't come back home when they removed the fuel subsidy. They don't even have money to transport themselves back home. It was a shameful thing that you are supporting a party and the political party you are supporting is not even interested in your welfare. It's not even interested in your security. It's not even interested in your, education, name but few. The APC government is not the people you will stand for. Be careful because of money. Be careful because when such a thing begins to go on, the European Union will look like Nigerians upon everything that happened during your election. You are still standing with irregularities. Are you trying to stand with all these things? When you come to apply for visa, they will use all those restrictions to look you and to weigh you. Such a person, they are not thinking well. Do you think they can constitute nuisance in our country? Don't do that. So I am marveled that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is protesting. A president, he said he won election. Now he is protesting. For you, what do you think about this? Let your opinion come in the comment section. What do you think that is the reason why this man is protesting?
Thank you.